going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, and thank you for being here with us on Northern Life. Almost halfway through the month of October. I can't believe it. Pretty soon, I mean, the good part about getting older, I mean, time does fly faster.
Sure.
But if you don't like winter, like especially towards February and March, I feel like that goes by faster too. Like, I don't know about you guys and your experience. I feel like it kind of flies by. Winter these past couple of years for me has kind of flown by.
This last year, it flew by for me. When we didn't have a lot of snow, it wasn't super cold. And so I felt like, you know, my spirits were up. And so the time went by faster. But most years, like when we get that January stretch of like, you know, 20 below for so long. January feels like 4 months.
I think when we're going to be in it, we're going to go, okay, when is this going to end? But I feel like summer for us, fortunately, has been so long because we had a nice spring and we had a nice fall.
True. And I appreciate you bringing the energy to start the show on this Tuesday. What's going on? I was fired up after that.
Thank you. I needed it.
Thank you.
Coming up on today's show, a lot of fun for you. We're going to be helping Hunter get the bus driver job with the Duluth Transit Authority. The DTA's Director of Human Services stops by the station to interview him as we take you inside the room as it happens.
And later, I am going to be gone for the next few weeks, but don't worry, I am planning on coming back.
Good.
For right now.
Ryan is going on paternity leave.
That'd be a surprise to me. But I'll talk a little bit about the big trip I am embarking on.
You might not want to come back.
I might not.
Because it's going to be a beautiful trip.
We'll talk more about it coming up.
I'm excited. Well, but first, for Sunday Night Football fans out there who tune in here on NBC, you know it's time to watch those primetimes game when Carrie Underwood comes on. The season marks the country star's 12th year performing the Sunday Night Football theme song. Recently, multiple outlets have reported that Underwood receives a shocking $1 million every time the song plays before each game. That's crazy. Many online have balked at that figure, but the Cowboy Casanova singer has insisted that it's far from accurate.
It's actually more.
She makes $2 million.
Yeah, it's not $1 million. That's not $1 million every time. What a great song, though. That gets you so hyped up to watch football. I wish it actually happened before every football game.
That would be cool.
Waited all day for Sunday night.
Waited all day for Sunday. Waited all week for Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah, now I'm trying to replay it and come up with it. But I always wonder, do you think she just records in the very beginning of the season, like, Vikings at the Packers or whatever, like, because you know that she has that one line, so she must record them all like in the beginning of the season, or
I would assume she probably does. That'd be interesting to find
out. She deserves some cash for that.
That's true.
Right?
But doesn't it sometimes, like, if the games change or whatever, don't they change like when they air sometimes later on in the season?
Yeah, they flex them or whatever.
Re-record maybe at some point in the middle parts of the season. So
maybe she's got like a home studio.
I bet she does.
Keeping Carrie Underwood on her toes out there. If you're in the Twin Ports looking for a fun place to get drinks with friends with a fall theme, I actually went over to the Spirit Room in Superior for the first time the other night. I would highly recommend it. It's a creative cocktail lounge located in the old City Hall building off Hammond Avenue. They also had a very special Halloween-themed menu full of Halloween-themed drinks, so we got to sit outside. My friend Allison is moving out of town, so we said goodbye to her. But as you can see there, a little fire for the night. So especially before the temperatures get too cold, and be sure to get out there and enjoy their outdoor area.
Yeah, what was that drink you had there? That was
I had an old-fashioned.
Okay.
My girlfriend had like a black licorice Halloween-themed drink.
Fancy.
I'm not a fan of black licorice, but it looked very cool.
Well, when you go to Wisconsin, you got to get the old-fashioned. So on brand.
Absolutely amazing. That's actually the first place I ever had a legal drink, was at the Spirit Room.
Really?
It was for a gig, and I forget the law in Wisconsin, but if you're under 21, if your parents are with you, you can have a drink. And I had
How did you start that sentence, by the way?
What did I say?
Legal drink.
First legal. It gets a little muddy early on.
Should we cut here for a minute?
Wrap it up, clean it. Next story. But I had a martini, and back then I couldn't appreciate the wonderful taste of a martini. It tasted like hand sanitizer to me. It was disgusting.
Funny.
We don't drink martinis for the wonderful taste. We drink them for waiting all day for Sunday night.
But I love the Spirit Room. That's a good place.
Hunter with the martini just kind of makes me laugh. So cute.
It was awesome.
Little Hunter.
Yep.
Oh, this next story goes out to Hunter here, who may be scaring off his neighbor's pets. The internet-famous 12-foot Halloween skeletons are great for spooky season fans, but apparently dogs don't understand why they're taking over yards. According to USA Today, dog owners who take their pets for walks this month must anticipate how their animal may react to scary decorations and costumes in people's yards. All the spooky stuff in our yards can easily trigger the fight or flight response. in dogs. I think I shared a video on Northern Life last year when we were walking past someone's house in my neighborhood, and they had like a blow-up black cat, and it was big, and it kind of like moved its head, and Harry was just like, he was not happy.
Some of those skeletons, they sell like, I think it's at Costco, that big skeleton you just put in your yard so it looks like it's coming out of your yard. If I were a dog, I'd be scared of that thing too.
I'm almost scared of it as a human. That's kind of wild. Yeah. Woofda.
And for the dogs, it's made of bones too, so maybe they're sniffing and they're like, hey, I could take a little bite of that.
I want to bury that thing.
Well, hopefully the dogs are going to get through this month. In Wisconsin, a high school reunion has absolutely killed it. It is a Halloween display honoring the Schoolview High class of 1984. The creator says he was inspired by his own 40th reunion this year. And if actually, funny enough, you look at the top right, it says pun counter, I believe. We were going to play the whole package, but there were so many puns, I wanted to spare you from those. The school even gave them old jerseys, band uniforms, and T-shirts to dress up the skeletons. And some of the scenes also resemble photos from the creator's yearbook. Like holding up the state trophy there.
Oh, cool.
Probably homecoming queen and king.
That is I love all things Halloween. That is so cool. How creative too.
Right.
That's a lot of skeletons you need out there.
It is.
No kidding. And a lot of high school memorabilia.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Halloween is just a few weeks away, and the decorations, as we've seen, are already going up. But some store-bought items don't last very long, and traditional pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns eventually rot and have to be thrown out. So a man in Connecticut has come up with a creative, affordable alternative. He's turning empty propane and helium tanks into what he calls forever jack-o'-lanterns.
Very smart.
Hank Hill right there.
After the break, Hunter's dressing his best and practicing what he's going to say during his interview with the DTA.
Welcome back, folks. A couple weeks ago, you'll remember I got to enjoy driving the bus thanks to the Duluth Transit Authority. What a blast that was. But today, can I get the job for good?
We blindfolded Hunter here and got him ready to sit down for an interview with the DTA's Director of Human Resources. Here's how it went.
Oh, no.
You can put your jacket on.
Oh, so do I have to put my tie on, too? Yeah. This can't be good. Whatever's about to happen here.
Is he ready for president? All right. Come on, Hunter.
Okay. You know what it is, Brace?
I do.
I'll let you go first here, Ryan.
All right. Come on. Grab my hand like we did. Grab my hand like we did at Ascension.
Aw. Oh, hi. Can I look over that way?
Yeah, you can.
Hello, random person. How are you doing?
Great.
So you did the test drive. Now you have to interview for the job.
Hunter, remember, good first impression. Good luck.
Tracy.
Hi, Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Awesome.
I'm Tracy. Have a seat.
All right.
Excellent. Welcome. Thanks for coming down today.
Thank you very much.
To interview for the bus driver position.
I'm very excited for this.
Good.
I hope I get
heard
it. Crossing my fingers.
Okay, good. What was your interest in being a bus driver?
It stemmed from when I was probably about 5 years old. I would sit behind my school bus driver and I would pretend like I was driving a school bus. And even like years on, I would get like a go-kart when I was like maybe 11 years old or 12 years old, and I would pretend like I was driving a school bus, picking up kids and driving around, and just a weird kid, obviously, but it's always been my dream to drive any kind of bus.
How do you feel your experience in journalism has helped you become a potential candidate for a bus driver?
I think that a lot of my experience with journalism and meteorology and everything along those lines is having the social skills to be able to reach out and talk with people outside of this building and create relationships with people outside of this, and I think that's a huge component to being a bus driver.
If I walk onto a bus, I don't want a face like Hunter's. Be reassured.
I heard you were in a band.
Yes, I am.
Oh, hand to the face. Always laughing.
Oh, good. That's good.
Does your current employer know you're looking for other work?
No, they don't. They don't know as of right now, and now that there's cameras rolling, I think that they do know now. So, might put a hindrance on that other job, but you know, that was just a starting job to get to this position at the DTA. Uh-oh.
I forgot to provide you a resume, so. In case he needs a resume, they know where to find him.
Uh-oh. Thank you very much. If you need a resume, it's right there.
Hopefully I don't get any texts while I was just looking through the resume.
Have you ever done a surprise interview before?
I have never done a surprise interview before. How am I doing so far?
I forgot to tell them about references. Maybe
yeah.
Be a reference. What could be video references?
And here's why you should hire Hunter.
Hunter, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Hi, Tracy. Ryan Half here with Northern News Now. I am a co-worker of Hunter's, and I would say that he is a fantastic potential hire. He is someone who's very kind and funny and would brighten the day of your riders. Thank you.
Hi Tracy, I'm Briggs, one of Hunter's references. This man has been training for this part since he was 5, pretending to drive a bus behind someone else. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. He's the kindest, friendliest, happiest person. You'd be lucky to have him as a bus driver.
Any situations that you might find stressful?
The only thing I could picture is if there was like a ton of people on the bus talking and being loud and throwing stuff. I don't know how many kids you get on the bus. If there's a bunch of kids on there, maybe they're playing and running around. And
sometimes they do.
Oh, they do?
We spend a lot of time training our drivers, and we give them all the tools and resources they need. There's a procedure and a protocol for everything, so we really set that up for folks to succeed. Do you have any questions of me?
I don't really have any other questions other than, do I have the job?
We'll let you know.
Okay. You gotta review everything and make sure that everything's all good to go.
We'll get back to you probably by the end of the week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
your time, though.
This was an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Right this way, sir. Right? The next candidate's going to be. So
We're gonna find out by the end of the week. We'll see what happens. I think that helped a lot. The resume.
Nice.
The resume.
Well, we recorded some references for you, so hopefully those will be in the mail.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, I did hear mid-interview you said, "How am I doing so far?"
I don't know if that's recommended.
Are you not supposed to ask the employer?
Not highly recommended.
Oh my gosh. That was the funniest interview I've ever seen in my entire life.
My eyes are sweating. Oh my gosh, that was wild. Probably not the best way to start off an interview with, "Hi, random lady."
I think you said strange lady.
Strange lady?
Hello, strange lady. Oh my gosh. That was one of the funniest blindfolds we've done yet. And it was an interview for a job. Oh, there's so many funny moments. We're going to have to talk more about them, I think.
Let's dissect it when we come back after the break. We'll be right back here. I think go ahead, Briggs.
I can barely contain myself still, even after that commercial break. But I thought it was so funny when you seemed to get kind of upset about the children aspect, like running around on the bus. She's like, yeah, sometimes we do have children, and you're like, oh, really?
I don't want anything to do with the kids. What's going on there? There's no kids around the bus.
I thought this was an 18 and up situation.
Rules? Come on.
I don't do well when people are talking. She's like, we happen to have people talking on the bus when you're driving.
That's all it is people talking on the bus.
Hunter requests complete silence on his vehicle.
I
honestly, though, genuinely was impressive by your responses to her questions.
Thank you.
Like what she was asking you, what motivated you to become you had perfect answers.
Thank you.
did have good
Thank
answers.
you very much.
Yeah.
I did the old trick of kind of repeating the question back to her, giving me time to think about what I'm going to say, and it worked out okay. I think I would have gotten the job, minus the whole hating the kids thing.
Right. And the part where she's like, does your current employer know that you're looking for other work? And you're like, well, I think they do now with all the cameras rolling.
This is just a stepping stone to get to the bus.
This might just be a segment having Hunter interview for different people. Seeing how well you can get through them and how far you can get.
I kind of like that idea.
Wow. A big thanks to the Duluth Transit Authority for letting us do that. Big shout out to Tracy, who is not strange, by the way. She's wonderful.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
Hunter did a great job. We'd love to see that. Well, I thought it'd be fun, too, to talk a little bit about our old jobs. We've talked about what we've done maybe before, but maybe not so how our first interviews went when it comes to those old jobs. So anybody want to start when it comes to like how you got your Pizza Hut job?
Yeah.
I will be completely honest with you. I don't think I've ever done an official interview. Most of I've just kind of fallen into jobs.
Not even here?
Here, Adam Clark, our former meteorologist, called me at graduation and said, do you want this job?
Must be nice. I was like an 8-hour interview.
I was literally about to walk on the stage graduation, and Adam Clark gave me a call, and he's like, do you want this job as an assignment editor at first, but then later on he could be a meteorologist. I'm like, heck yeah, I do.
Hunter's like, have you seen my grades?
I wouldn't look at that really closely, but yeah, I mean, thankfully I've never had to really go through that process. Hopefully I never have to continue.
Holy cow.
What about you two?
Briggs had to go through an 8-hour interview.
I had a lengthy interview. I had to take like a written test for this. I had to do like a practice live shot.
Oh my gosh.
So a little different from your experience. Yeah. But my first job as a tennis coach, I didn't really have an interview either for that. Sure. It was just kind of one of those, first jobs sort of things. But what was your first job?
I think like this was one of my first ever jobs. I've had jobs prior, but it's intimidating too when you're out in the real world. You kind of like, you just say yes to a lot of things. I said yes to the midnight to 8 shift, working here overnight. That was tough, but it's fun thinking about it now as an adult.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, coming up later this month, I'm going to be gone on my leave, speaking of work, but Ryan, you're going to be gone for the next couple weeks on a big trip coming up.
How about this? I talked about it a little bit before, but I'm going to be going on a 10-day cruise, traveling around Europe. I know I'm a little spoiled guy, but it should be a lot of fun. My first ever cruise, so I don't know what to expect. I bought the there's patches you can buy to make sure you don't get seasickness.
Oh, so you meant my first cruise patch.
Yeah.
Put on your shirt or something.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on my backpack. But it should be a lot of fun. We're going to go to places like Italy and Turkey and Greece. So
Lucky duck,
should be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of special adventures planned. What are they called? Like excursions.
Excursions or port days. A lot of port days. So I got to get my walking shoes ready because we're probably going to do a lot of walking around those countries.
Oh, man, we're back, are you?
I might not come back. We'll see.
You probably shouldn't. That sounds a lot more fun of it.
So I stick in Italy with the pizza and gelato.
We'll get to tomorrow's Does It Work product after the break.
Welcome back, everybody. So we learned Hunter did intern here, and then that's why Adam Clark knew who he was. So he called him about the job.
It wasn't like just a random call out of the blue.
We also just learned that Hunter didn't interview for his Pizza Hut job. So how did that come to be?
I was just a customer that went in there all the time, and my boss at the time, Mary, who wasn't my boss yet, but she got to know our family, and she came up and she's like, hey, do you want a job working here as a server? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I was like 15 at the time. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. So I got promoted from customer to become a server.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, or where you shop. Apparently.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it was great.
That's one of my favorite stories of all time. That's so funny.
Just random. It was awesome.
Like a job in a large pizza.
I guess. I never thought about working before, but I guess I'll work.
I never thought about working before.
I guess I'll earn money. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
What is this? But anyway, parents, listen. There's a lot of parents out there that watch this show and live out in the Northland. Do you ever find yourself stepping on a Lego? A favorite toy for kids that could be a pain for parents? Here's the thing. There's a vacuum out there that's promising to clean up 1,000 of these building bricks in just a minute. Tomorrow, Rachel Hackbarth, she's going to be putting this to the test, and this week, does it work? So I guess see this vacuum. What's going to happen?
Rachel's going to be calling up Hunter to see if he's going to work for her. Does Hunter work for me?
I do it. Call me up, Rachel.
Oh, jeez. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.